Hi, this is Dushio, and this is Fishy. Let's take a look. That's definitely some dolphins and killer whales at the back. Honestly, you didn't even want to come here. The ocean has never been your thing. There are sharp things you can step on, and colourful things that inject poison into you when you touch them, and large things that are faster and stronger than you, and the worst part, they're all alive. And they're hungry. Mum, I'm out of sparkling water. You turn to look at the instigator of your distress, Monica. It's her 14th birthday. Last year for her birthday, Monica's parents rented the local theme park for a whole day. The entire class had gone. You'd gone to ride on the big kid rides for the first time. Everyone talked about it for the rest of the year, and as the date approached again, the talk started to shift. What would Monica do for her birthday this year? Oh wow, she the big party kid. You recall the sinking feeling in your stomach when you found out. You're invited to Monica's 14th birthday overnight marine adventure. Spend an evening at the aquarium exploring the exhibits before tucking into your sleeping bag for the night under the sea. Mum, this sparkling water is cherry flavoured. It's gross. Typical Monica. Your classmates swarm the lobby excitedly, stepping over sleeping bags and toothbrushes that no one has any intention of using. An aquarium employee is going student to student, handing out ID badges. You stand alone. Where's Misha? Why is she not here yet? She promised. You remember that day at lunch when she convinced you. You have to come. It'll be fun. And if you don't go, you're going to miss out. Everybody's going. You'll be the only kid in class who didn't go. Look, I know you don't like fish, or oceans, or like water, or whatever, but you'll probably like it once you're there. It's not like we're swimming with sharks or anything. There's no actual danger. I'll be with you the whole time. I promise. Well, you're here, and Misha isn't, so that's cool. The door to the aquarium opens. Is it Misha? What up, nerds? Oh. Toby drops his bag near the door and runs over to Monica, holding his hands above his head like a shark fin. Darn, it's doing the Jaws theme. Alright, stop it, Toby. This is annoying. Yeah, shark dude. Toby isn't in your grade, but he's Monica's older cousin, so he usually ends up at her parties anyway. The aquarium guide approaches you with a friendly smile. Hi there, I'm going to print you an ID card. Would you help me fill one out for you? Okay, so this is us. I guess our name is I Hate Fish. No, that can't be practical. So let's just go with, I don't know, let's go Ariel. We'll go with that. Thanks. Favourite sea creature? I mean, don't we hate them all? Let's go with Puffer. That's my favourite too. Okay, here you go. Don't lose it. Oh, thanks. The aquarium guide looks around. Well, I think that's everybody. Let's go ahead and start. Wait, my friend's not here yet. I'm sure they'll be here soon, don't worry. Besides, the majesty of the aquarium awaits. He gives you 2 thumbs up and then heads over to Monica's parents. This sucks. Attention everyone. Monica is standing on a bench, gesturing wildly. Your classmates quiet down and gather around. Thanks for coming to my birthday. Tonight's going to be really fun. We have free run of the entire aquarium, so we can do whatever we want. Actually, some of the exhibits are under construction or closed temporarily for one reason or another, so please stay away from any off-limit areas. Just trying to keep the kids safe, you know. The guide looks nervous. You wonder what that's about. Anyway, it's going to be tons of fun, but sure, restricted areas. There will be cake and presents later. Feeling a bit anxious, you trace the rivets of your prosthetic arm. Oh well, we've got unlimited La Croix, so go wild. Thanks Monica, and happy birthday. So now everyone, we're going to enter the aquarium. We're going to walk through the magnificent Jellyfish Exhibit and drop off your stuff in the deep ocean room, where you'll be sleeping next to our 1.1 million gallon saltwater tank. It's our largest tank. Dread shoots through your body. You'll be sleeping there? Oh my god, follow me. We're going to have a really special night. Okay, I guess we're going to go. Seriously, if you really had misgivings about staying overnight at a place like this, make your excuses, get out. Okay, it's dark inside the Jellyfish Exhibit. You catch glimpses of the faces of your classmates, illuminated by the glow of the tanks. You walk along the black velvet floors, keeping to the back of the group. You don't know these people very well, but they all seem to be best friends, plus it's dark. You bump into a large shape in front of you. Hey, watch it, freak. Rude. Ignore that. That's it. Weirdo. The aquarium guide stops in front of a wide tank with rounded edges. Jellyfish float gently behind him in a seemingly endless blue void. Now, like I said, we're going to drop off your stuff at the deep ocean room. After that, you're free to explore the aquarium until bedtime. We have a few rules: no running, no tapping on the glass, and like I said, no entering restricted areas. Now, does anyone have any ideas about why we're not allowed to tap on the glass? Because it will break and kill everyone? Well, no. The glass on the small tanks is half an inch thick, and the glass on our largest tanks, which you'll see later, is over 20 inches thick. You're perfectly safe. Would anyone like to take another stab as to why we shouldn't tap on the glass? I know why. It gives the fish anxiety. Delane is very smart. She won first place in the school science fair every year since 5th grade. That's right, and fish get sick when they're stressed, and they can even die from stress. All animals can die from stress, even humans. It's a scientific fact. Yeah, well, technically you're correct. But no worries about that here. We just want to make sure that the little fishes are as comfortable and happy as possible. Yeah, thanks. The darkness is making you feel uneasy. You jump when someone grabs your shoulders. Hey, Ariel. You turn around. What did I miss? Misha is whisper shouting, visibly excited and grinning from ear to ear. You step away from the group and continue the conversation as the aquarium guide launches into a story about the aquarium's history. Finally we got a friend. You scared me, and you're late. I was worried you weren't going to come. Of course I'm coming. I wouldn't miss out on this. What took you so long though? Oh, nothing. Just some stuff. Is Toby here? Yeah, why? I just think he's kind of cute. Anyway, look at all the jellies. They're like little aliens. Okay, so Misha's definitely got poor taste. You watch the jellies for a while. Some of them are kind of cute. The little ones that bob up and down. But some of them are bigger than what you expected. Yeah, jellies. Jellyfish tentacles are extremely dangerous. They can sting prey so that they're paralysed and can't do anything while the jellyfish digests them. That's true, Delane, but none of it can happen here. Can you imagine what that would be like? Paralysed, frozen, unable to move while a predator uses its long tentacles to slowly, painfully raise you into their... Okay, thanks for the facts, Delane. The ocean sure is a fascinating subject. Let's head to the deep ocean room and set our things down, okay? You follow the group through the rest of the Jellyfish Exhibit, relieved to be free of Delane's terrifying facts until... Oh, off we go. You stop. The other kids file into a room called the Deep Ocean Room. Through the doorway, you can see the large tank. Glass lines an entire wall, floor to ceiling. There's something about that room, something about the incredible vastness of the tank, how it really does look like a portal into the ocean. And you get the impression of something huge moving toward you. A shark. You turn away, letting the others pass you. Hey Misha, can you put my stuff near yours? Why? Are you scared? No, I feel weird about the room. It just feels weird. Just take my bag. Fine, wait here. You think about the ocean. You think about water, deep water, so deep you can't see the bottom. You think about looking down and seeing nothing but darkness, because the sun can't penetrate anywhere near the sea floor. You think about a giant mouth breaking through the darkness, and it has eyes and teeth, and it sees you. Hey. Misha grabs your hand. Come on, we're going to the Kelp Forest. Toby and a few other boys run by laughing. You hesitate, and Misha rolls her eyes. Don't worry, it's kelp. It's not scary. No sharks, just some plants. Come on. She lowers her voice. This is their chance to hang out with the cool kids. I really want to look good in front of them. I know they're not like super into this, but it would mean a lot to me. So just try, please. I mean, I'll try, fine. Thanks, Ariel. You're a good friend. Let's go. Gotta look after your friends. When you reach the Kelp Forest, Toby has already jumped a railing and has his face pressed against the glass. Okay, Toby, don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. Hopefully he'll get caught and kicked out. Whatever. As if I want to hang out with you dorks anyway. I'm only here because my dad made me come. Yeah, I'm super stoked you made it, cuz. Stop being babies. I'm not going to tap the glass so hard I murder all the fish or anything. They're not going to die just because I tap on the glass. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not falling for that. Wow, Toby is so smart. He doesn't fall for facts. There's no trick in this guy. You dingus. Anyway, isn't the glass like 2 feet thick or whatever? Like I tap the glass once and it's gonna break? Sure, I'd need like a super katana or something. Toby looks at you and you freeze. Hey, I wonder what happens when you tap the glass with your freaky cyborg arm. Come on, try it. Toby, don't be a dick. Cut it out. Stop being lame. I just want to see what happens. Come on, Ariel. We're not supposed to tap on the glass with normal fingers, but what about your weird robot arm? Maybe it's different. Maybe all the fish will come over and it'll be really cool. Ariel, come on. Misha tugs on your sleeve and whispers, Hey, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. No, fuck this guy, no way. Oh, come on, please. If anything happens, which it won't, I'll tell them it was my idea, please. No, piss off. Whatever, lame. Toby dabs and then runs out of the room. Toby, wait up. Come on, Ariel. Misha, leave this guy. Fine, let's follow. This guy's a dickhead, though. Alright, fish tank. Nice and small, we like it. You hear commotion coming from the next room. You step out of the dark Kelp Forest exhibit, the reflections of the water still touching your feet, and into a brightly lit tide pool room. The touch tank in the corner sparkles in the sunlight. A few of your classmates examine a dripping sand dollar, while others walk away from the tank, giggling after petting a hermit crab. A boy that you've never spoken to before approaches you. Sand dollars can feel pain, you know. That's cool, I guess. He walks away. Oh, hey. You want to poke a sea slug? I mean, no. Oh wow, the hermit crab then? Nope, I'm good. But the touch tank is part of the aquarium experience. At least touch the coral. Oh, coral. Safe, non-moving coral. You can do that. You walk to the touch tank and look down. Colourful shells and lumps of coral lay on the sand. A dark purple sea slug climbs slowly over a rock. You take a deep breath. Okay, let's go for it. Reach into the tank. Slowly, you lower your hand into the tank. Why are you doing this anyway? Because Misha told you to? Why do you do everything Misha tells you to do? Is she even still here? You can't hear her. Actually, you can't really hear anything right now. Your hand touches the water. It's cold. Lower into the tank and into the sand. What were you reaching for again? Coral. Well, all you see is sand, ebbing gently in the water. Specks float upwards and stick to your hand. Lower. And you know, you could swear. You swear the tank didn't look this deep. The sand is ebbing less gently now. In fact, it's swirling. You can't see your hand. The water is suddenly murky. It's up to your elbow now. The sand churns like something underneath is rising up. Okay, that's enough of that. Pull out. You move to pull your hand out of the tank, but something grabs you and pulls you back. Terrorizing in your chest, you can barely breathe. Help, help, help. You yell, but no one seems to hear you. You brace your body against the tank and pull upwards. It fights you. It's putting you in deeper. Deeper. Misha, help. You put your entire weight against the tank. Pull as hard as you can. You feel a release. Does something just grab us? Suddenly, you're standing next to the tank, surrounded by your lively classmates. Some of them are staring at you, giggling and pointing. You look at the tank. The water's clear and only a few inches deep. The sea slug continues its slow journey across a rock. Wow, stop yelling. What did you... Oh, sand dollar. Cool, but you should probably put it back. You look at your hand. You're holding a sand dollar. Oh, I knew you'd like the touch tank. What do you mean? Well, you clearly got into it. Your entire arm is wet. You check. Your sleeve is dripping all the way up to your shoulder. See, you just have to try things. I knew you'd get into it. Try not to make a scene next time, though. Anyway, Delane says there's a room with stingrays, so we should go there next. Come on. Something in the tank grabbed me. Dude, stop freaking out. Everyone's gonna think you're weird. It was probably just a hermit crab or something. You're fine. Let's just go to the next room, okay? As Misha grabs your hand, you look back at the touch tank. It looks normal. I mean, as normal as weird-looking coral can look. That is coral, right? You're starting to get a headache. The longer you look at the touch tank, the more it hurts. Come on. You look away and allow Misha to pull you into the next room. This was definitely a bad idea coming here. The amount of anxiety we're going through. Monica and Delane are already in the Stingray Room when you enter. And besides, they're mostly harmless. I don't know, those stingers are freaking me out. Stingrays don't attack unless antagonized by a predator. Their barbed tails are only used for protection, although they are closely related to sharks and don't have bones, just like their shark relatives. Yeah, Delane's very much a bit of a know-it-all. Stingrays glide through the water. The tank's really big, the biggest you've seen so far, and it's making you uncomfortable. You step back and survey the room. Plaques detailing the different types of stingrays and facts about their natural habitats line the wall. There's a doorway on the left side of the room, with a restricted area, no entry sign in front of it. The room past the doorway is dark, but you can see something on the floor. It looks like a broom handle. The object is partially obscured by the doorway. You walk closer. A janitor's trash can and equipment are knocked over, cleaning items strewn haphazardly on the floor, and there's something behind it. You get closer. What's that? Oh, Ariel, how's it going? Remember those restricted areas I mentioned before? This is one of those, so you're going to want to head back to the exhibits. Okay, so what's all the stuff on the floor? Well, we're kind of short-staffed these days. The janitor probably knocked it over. We'll get it cleaned up real quick. That's why these areas are restricted, so you kids don't see the messes we leave behind, you know. You make your way back to the group. That guy is so sus. Alright. Only account for 306 deaths by drowning per year. Wow, Delane, you sure do know a lot about really bummer facts. I want to be a marine biologist someday, so I do know a lot of facts. I'm sorry if knowledge bums you out. Chill, you guys are giving the fish anxiety. Oh, whatever. Hey guys, come quick. They're feeding the sharks in the deep ocean tank. Oh, I've got to take a selfie with this. That does sound cool. Yeah, come on, let's go. Check out the shark feeding. Toby turns to follow Monica and Delane, and then he looks back. Misha, you come in. Yeah, sure. Okay. You promised. Misha doesn't hear you, or maybe she pretends not to hear you. Then she runs over to the others. The room is silent. Bad friends. You're alone. These are bad friends, right? You look at the rays, and then the handle of the broom, still peeking out from the restricted area. And the guide, wasn't he here? Where did he go? You feel your heart beat faster. A sign on the wall points toward a hallway labelled Open Seas. That sounds fine. You walk toward it quickly. That's it, get out. You immediately notice a change when you enter the Open Seas room. The room is circular, and unlike the other rooms, there are no tanks on the walls. You look up. Shiny fish swim in endless circles around the top of the room in a giant circular tank. You take a moment, breathing hard. You're feeling lightheaded. You sigh and sit down on the floor. This sucks. You didn't even want to come here. So why did you come here? Because Misha told you to? Why? She doesn't seem to care now. She left. Maybe you're just her backup friend. Maybe she likes having you around, in case there's no one better to hang out with. Maybe she likes that you don't have very many other friends. Maybe she likes that you need her. You hold your bare arm against your chest. You're freezing, but also somehow sweating. And Monica only invited you because you're in class, and that she has to invite everybody. You've only talked to Monica like 4 times. Does she even know your name? You could be at home doing something you enjoy, but instead you're here, doing this because maybe you really wanted to believe Misha. Maybe you also wanted to feel wanted. You tilt your head back and stare up at the fish again. You try to focus on one fish and follow it all the way around the room. You keep losing it in the swarm of other identical fish, which shimmer silver in the light. Your neck's beginning to hurt looking up, and your head hurts as well. And there's quite a lot of water above you. How thick is the glass again? The headache is getting stronger, but you can't stop looking. You can't stop staring at the fish. You're beginning to feel a little bit motion sick. You're sitting still, but it hasn't helped you catch your breath. Uh-oh. Are you that out of shape? You wonder what happens if you throw up in an aquarium. Uh-oh, no. Maybe you go to jail. Fish jail. You take a deep breath and stare at a single point of glass on the tank. You focus on that area, shutting out everything else. And then the glass cracks. No, we don't like this. Oh no. Oh no. The fish swarm. Hundreds, thousands of fish weaving in and out of the pack, in and out of the holes inside of each other, thousands of glassy eyes staring right at you. There are so many of them, they create their own object, a heavy object, one that can crush you. Thousands of tiny writhing bodies, in pain because you upset them, and now they're dying, and they're going to take you with them. The swarm reaches out, one giant tendril, an arm bigger than your entire body, and plants it on the sea floor. Then, from its writhing body, it extends another tendril and another, all blending at odd angles, and even though it's millions of fish, you feel a reverberation in your bones as the knees break to bend backwards. It tries to move. It can't. It's dying. It screams in pain, each limb breaking under the weight of the swarm, each time a new one growing back, and they all have eyes, and they're all staring at you. The swarm screeches and bends, and reforms into an enormous ball, and then a hole opens in the middle. Small at first, but now bigger. It's deep and black, and you can't see the bottom, just swarming, screaming, dying fish, all the way into the void. It moves to swallow you, And it does swallow you, and for a moment you can't scream, you can't move, and you can't breathe. And then you can, and you do, and you scream a lot, very loudly. You sit up from the floor. When did you even lie down? And stand up, shakily, and you run. Run. You run and don't look back. You don't look at where you're going. At some point, you hit a restricted area sign and stumble in, but you keep running. It's dark, and you slow down. You breathe. It's actually really dark now. Where are you? Half-finished posters line the walls. Empty tanks sit on the floor. A table's knocked over. Up ahead, you see light, peeking through a doorway. You enter. You. Ariel. What is this? You're finally here. Oh no. What is this? Are you enjoying your trip to the aquarium? I mean, I think we've had better days. Is it playing out the way you expected? What did you expect anyway? Did you expect to have a nice time with your friends, making memories, learning about the natural world, growing as human beings? Maybe you anticipated some of it, Toby's crudeness, Monica's arrogance, Misha's neglect. But maybe you were hopeful that in the end, despite everything, it would all be okay. You broken, desperate idiot. The vast ocean, in its infinite complexities, doesn't even acknowledge your existence. 100 million miles of sea, of void, and you, a lone puffer. Come closer. Closer, oh no. This is the part where it gets better, right? This is the part where your friends run in and save you. They say they've been looking for you the whole time, and they say they're sorry for leaving you alone. You feel comforted, you feel safe, and you feel accepted. This is what happens next, right? They'll be here any second. I think I hear them now. My mistake. Must have been a stray Roomba. Your classmates are enjoying their night. They're enjoying each other's company. They're making memories. And they're learning about the natural world. They're growing as human beings. And they do not miss you. They haven't even noticed that you're gone. Closer. You came here to prove yourself. And little puffer, what did you prove? You proved that you were right about your classmates. That voice in your head, the one that you could never quite silence, the one that says they're better off without you. Did you really want to believe that you were friends? Or did a tiny, bitter, angry part of you, the part that's been hurt, want to find justification for your anger, for your fear, and for your pain? When you needed help, none came, and here you are, alone. So, congratulations, little puffer, you're right. What now? I'm not broken. What was that? I'm not broken. Sure, lie to yourself. I'm not broken. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you see the truth. I am not broken. Give up. Stop fighting. Stare at your own reflection. Look yourself in the eye and say that again. I dare you. I mean, we have bad friends. I'm not broken. It was interesting, that moment where you're staring at the blank screen, you see your own reflection in the screen, and you say you're not broken. Fine, you need more proof then. Go ahead, go find some. Leave. Alright, we're out. We are done. Out of here. So where are we now? You're in a glass tunnel. Large dark fish swim above you and around you, and a normal shadow blocks the light from above and then disappears. Was that a shark? You really don't like sharks. You keep walking. The light filtering through the water, through the kelp, through the moving fish is odd. It's got lighter. There are plaques spaced evenly along the railing, with fun facts and small blurbs about the creatures kept here. Dazed, numb and directionless, you read them. Tuna can swim at speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. There are over 30,000 different kinds of fish, all of which have their own colours and sizes. Many fish travel in schools to protect themselves from predators. Numerous sea dwellers use camouflage to blend in with their environment and confuse their hunters. That's relatable, yeah. You're back at the Kelp Forest. You remember this place. The room is colder than you remember. It must have been hours since you were last here. And up ahead, is that... Guys, it's me. I'm back. Toby, Monica, Delane and Misha stand next to the Kelp Forest tank. So close, in fact, that they're completely backlit by the light from the tank. Some things looks a little bit different, okay? You have no idea what a relief it is to find you guys. Guys. Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Run, run. Time to go. Okay, we are running. Top speed. The deep sea room, your worst fear, is your only option. You pull the large doors close behind you and then lock them. You don't get the sense that anything's following you, but you want to be alone right now. That's it, run away. Whatever happened to those guys, we do not want to happen to us. You survey the room. Sleeping bags and backpacks litter the floor. There's also a small table stacked several feet high with La Croquants. Classic moniker. Looking closer, you spot two familiar backpacks, yours and Misha's, but your sleeping bag isn't rolled up like the others. You see that Misha has laid out both your and her own sleeping bags next to each other, right up against the glass. She'd even found the blanket in your backpack, your favourite blanket from home, and folded it neatly over your sleeping bag. That was nice of her. Dazed and tired, you sit down in your sleeping bag and stare up at the enormous tank. Huge sharks swim higher than you can see. Smaller ones lurk near the bottom of the tank. It's almost like you're the one in the tank, looking out of a window into the ocean. It's beginning to scare you again. You feel your pulse rising. You feel that headache coming on, but you force yourself to look. Out of your peripherals, you see a giant shadow, bigger than the others, approaching you from the right. You stare ahead. You will not look away this time. And then you blink. In front of you swims a giant lemon shark with a prosthetic fin. Its skin shimmers under the filtered rays of light. Just as it's about to swim out of sight, it turns. It does a few passes in front of you, lingering. You get the impression that it sees you. Hey there, friend. It flips its tail a little. It's not as scary as you thought it would be. I mean, sure, it's huge, but it's just swimming. It's kind of peaceful, actually. You lean back for a while and watch. The shark swims around, weaving in and out of the rocks, passing the other sharks, reaching the edge of the tank, but never quite straying far from where you sit. There's a plaque at the bottom of the tank titled the Ocean Guardian. It has a picture of the shark with a prosthetic fin. Okay, let's have a read. Meet Bruce, a lemon shark from the Atlantic Ocean. You may notice that Bruce is a little different from our other sharks. Bruce was heavily injured after a run-in with an illegal shark-finning vessel. Due to the loss of his tail fin, or caudal fin, Bruce has been fitted with a prosthetic which allows him to swim as gracefully as the other sharks. Despite his trauma and injury, Bruce has a calm temperament. He can be shy sometimes, but sharks are naturally social creatures, and Bruce is no exception. Bruce is especially friendly with sharks who are new to the aquarium, and is instrumental in acclimating new sharks to the aquarium environment. Because of this, our handlers have nicknamed Bruce the Ocean Guardian. Unfortunately, due to his injuries, Bruce is unable to survive in the wild. We are happy to provide a home for Bruce, our unique friend. You watch the sharks. The light of the tank danced over you. And you know, you're beginning to get it. Why everyone loves aquariums so much. Sitting here, watching these sharks, is actually kind of serene. You think you could sit here for hours. After a while, you hear the door open. Who's coming? Ariel! Misha runs over and hugs you. She hugs you so hard, you almost fall over. I'm so glad we found you. I was so scared. Is she? Crying. Guys, we found her. She's here. Monica looks at you and smiles, sort of tiredly. Her hair's a little frizzy, like she's been running around. We've been looking all over for you. Are you okay? I mean, yeah, I'm fine. That's good. We were all pretty freaked out. Oh wow, Ariel, finally, bro, it's you. Oh man, my heart is pounding. I was worried you fell into a tank or something. Toby, isn't there something you wanted to say to Ariel? Oh, something you've been talking about saying for the past hour. Remember? It was something like, I swear, if we ever see her again, I'll tell her. What was the rest then, Toby? Oh yeah, Ariel, I'm sorry for bothering you earlier. I thought I was just being funny, but then you went missing, and I realised that maybe it wasn't that funny. I would have really felt bad if you got hurt or something. Anyway, I'm sorry. And, I think your arm's really cool, actually. It reminds me of Iron Man, and, yeah, that's it. Misha is still crying quietly into your shoulder. You've never seen her cry before. She's whispering something. I'm sorry. Okay, hug her back. I'm glad you guys found me. I was scared too. Yeah, this place is kind of freaky at night. I wouldn't want to get lost in here either. But they've got some weird stuff hidden somewhere. Misha pulls away from you, wiping her face with her hand. So my eyes are red because I'm tired, not because I'm crying, by the way. I wasn't. Yeah, Misha, sure. But Ariel, are you sure you're okay? There's a first aid place, or like, I don't know. Your friends stare at you. They all look concerned. You look back at them, and for the first time tonight, you actually are okay. Yeah, I am okay. Prove it. Prove you're okay by doing a wave. Pretend to be a shark. I'll do the shark thing. Yeah, you're fine, you dork. Hey, you're my best friend. And you're my bestie too. And you're all my best friends too. Okay, sure. Thanks, Toby. The search party over, all your classmates filter back into the deep ocean room. Some of them hold flashlights or wear safety equipment. They're all excited to see you. They must have been really looking hard for you. Monica walks up to you and hands you a La Croix. My parents can take you home if you want. We didn't do the cake or presents because we were looking for you, so maybe we can cut you a slice of cake to go. And you can have all of the La Croix you want. I mean, the entire pile. I know we're not like best friends or anything, but like, can I hug you? I mean, sure, go for it. Monica hugs you tight, just for a second, and then lets go. Cool, well, anyway, want me to tell my parents to take you home? You look around at your friends. They're smiling, laughing, talking, as they set up their sleeping bags. You look at the tank. Bruce does another pass. You feel comforted, and you feel safe. You feel accepted. Yeah, I'm gonna stay, thanks. Monica looks surprised. Oh, okay then, it's great. Then let's do the cake. Get that cake in ya, yes. You spend the rest of the night hanging out with all your friends. You eat cake, you open presents, you play games, and eventually you fall asleep under the watchful eyes of the Ocean Guardian. Oh wow, so it was like one massive anxiety attack. Nasty stuff. But we made it through, and hopefully we can have a good night's sleep. What's going on now? It's Bruce. Swimming through the glass. Okay. Okay, and it looks like we are done. That was fishy. And it was a little bit fishy. We had a nasty little moment where we all got scared and it was a bit too much. But afterwards, we felt a little bit reassured and everything was okay. So yeah, that was fishy. I hope you enjoyed this one. And this is Usho signing off. And hopefully I will see you next time.